All right, so next question comes from Jimmy Hoskins. What's the best way to start a pay-per-call business from scratch on a shoestring budget? So I already answered this. Okay, and if I misspelled something, guys, I'm sorry, but I'd rather focus on getting you guys the content, right, than focus on my grammar, right? I want to get you guys the content. I want to get you guys the quality. I want to get you guys the value here today. So here at the end of the day, my advice to you would be to go watch on YouTube the best pay per call training ever, okay? And that's that video I talked about earlier, okay? But at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're pitching your customer on or your prospect on a market test. And that market test, you're running a test for 30 days using Google call only ads, right? In that, you're getting a feel for the market. So the way that it works is you put your money where your mouth is, you run the campaign, you build the campaign, you optimize the campaign over those 30 days. Their commitment to you is that they cover the ad spend. Folks, the most important thing that you learn is about the market. You become an expert in the market. You learn that in South Florida, it takes X amount of clicks to turn into a call on average, and it's costing you X amount per click. Now you know how much a phone call costs. 99% of people, when they sell a pay-per-call deal, are winging how much it costs per click. Never fucking do that. Right? If you sell it this way, you won't lose. Okay? And I talk about a whole lot of other reasons why this method works so well, including the benchmark theory that I talk about, right? You want a benchmark that is not you saying how much a lead costs. When you go and you do a 30-day test, Google is telling you that a lead or a call costs this amount of money. The prospect can't argue with you. Right? It's either worth it to them or it's not after the 30-day test. Give me a 2 if that makes sense to everybody. It's no longer, hey, you know, I don't believe you. What's your markup, right? I need it lower. It's, bro, this is the test, right? This is the cost. Look, I'll show you the account. Right? Now you're no longer the person that they're bargaining with. It's Google, and they can take it or they can leave it. Okay? Now your job is to keep the volume up and to keep it coming. Okay, so you need that benchmark. Okay, awesome. So the best way to start a pay-per-call business on a shoestring budget. Okay, so go watch on YouTube this video on the Digital Triggers channel. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to pitch to your prospects a 30-day test with call-only ads, right? You run the campaigns, they front the ad spend or pay. Try to use good terms here. They make it as clear as I can. They pay the ad spend. Okay? Every time you guys do this, it should get easier and easier. You go into a niche, you go sell 3 of these deals, you do the keyword research once, and yeah, you got to change out locations and a couple unique details, but you can use the same basis and the same structure over and over and over and over again, right? And it becomes a copy and paste system. So after the 30 days, right, you recap all the results with them, you walk them through it, right? And you offer to guarantee that cost per phone call. That is exactly what I did. Okay, they say no, could you downsell another service? Yeah, downsell pay-per-click management. You don't want it to pay per lead? No problem. We'll continue to run this campaign and it's going to cost you X amount of dollars per month. Okay, would I do that? Probably not, right? I'd make much more money, and you would too, with call only. Okay, but it really depends upon how your agency is set up. Do you actually show the AdWords results, or do you show a summary? I show the results, right? And I walk through and I show you got this many clicks. This is how much it costed per click. Here was your conversion rate. Here's how much you paid per call, right? And then I ask them about how the last month went. How did this business go? Right? It sounds like you got, 5 or 6 jobs out of this. Are you happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy with it. It worked out okay, right? And we talk about the future. How much more volume could you handle, right? And then it's very easy for me to pitch. All right, great. well, what do you think about us continuing to work together? And I'll lock in that rate per call with you. Okay, or right, if you got to do a little bit of negotiating, I'll lock in that rate per call and I'll guarantee that it's 5% lower. Right? Sign on the dotted line, Mr. Prospect. Okay, super easy. Shoestring budget, like complete Shoestring. You had no cost besides your time to set up the campaign and run it and meet with the business owner. And if you'd like, if you have more money than you have time, you can outsource the fulfillment to set up the call-only campaign, manage it, and run it for you over those 30 days.